on what's obviously going to be a hot topic this week. All right, so first of all, regarding Kevin Samuels' show, Kevin Samuels is basically the tippy top of the manosphere right now. There was some controversy with him and a guy named Tommy Sotomayor because Tommy Sotomayor was saying, yeah, he started it and everybody else built up on what he started and this, that, and other. And Kevin Samuels, from what I know, he didn't really respond to it much. If he did, I really didn't notice it. But the thing about Kevin Samuels is that Kevin Samuels is one of those people who's basically uncancelable. And the reason why is because he maintains a professional image doing what he does. For example, he doesn't let men on his show when he's doing women criticisms or when he's doing female dating advice. Long story short, liberal feminism has basically destroyed women in America. It has ruined families. It has ruined households. It has allowed women to think that they can just live off the government, i.e., the welfare state. So some women are convinced that all they need is to go out and get pregnant and have children, and that suffices for a family structure. The simple fact of the matter is that it does not, and that's not an opinion, that's a fact. Broken households lead to maladjusted children, maladjusted in one way or another. Women, when they are young girls, need to see both of their parents in the household. They need to see how a woman should be treated by her husband, and they need to see how a man should be treated by their wife. Women need to see those things. Boys need to see those things. Boys need to see how a man is supposed to treat a woman, and boys need to see how a woman is supposed to treat their husband. The reason why there's so many more broken marriages and so many more broken households is simply because we have liberal feminism turning America slowly into a matriarchy. If you want to know what a matriarchy looks like, all you need to do is take a look at the Philippines. The Philippines, because of Catholicism and because of the overwhelming number of single mother-headed households, is basically drowning in poverty to the point where they're about to open their borders after coronavirus simply because they have no choice. They have no money coming in. They're starving to death. Now, yes, President Duterte is the leader of the country, but the problem is because there's so many single mom parented households who are living impoverished, they have a tremendous problem right there. So by definition, Philippines would be considered a matriarchy simply because the majority of the households are headed by single mothers. This is ultimately what's going to happen to America. I know there's a lot of people who don't like Black Lives Matter, and there's a lot of people who have pointed at Black Lives Matter as a Marxist organization and this, that, and the other. Well, I never paid into it because I never believed in the mission. I knew that they were basically using the media in order to, how should I say, forward false narratives. Now, granted, I'm not giving the cops any pats on the back. In a lot of cases, the police have overacted. In a lot of cases, the police have flat out murdered people. In a lot of cases, the police have been terrible, especially in minority communities. But what that doesn't do is give you an excuse to collect money and to go out and buy up a bunch of houses that you have no intention of using to further the betterment of blacks. It's things just like this that give people like Candace Owens a platform that she's too young and too naive and too uneducated to actually have. And it's only when you actually get these people on a proper panel where people can actually have a real debate that you shout these people down and you realize, wait a minute, these people don't know what they're talking about. But that's the thing that these people fear. Liberal feminism fears debate, which is one of the reasons why Kevin Samuels has been so important. He doesn't debate with them. He lists facts, throws the facts at them, and if they don't like it, they can go kick rocks. And he basically tells them just like that. What I love about his show is he forces these women to be on camera because he forces them to own what they're saying. When these women come on, a lot of them, I have no idea what the hell they're thinking. It's like, lady, if you're going to go on this man's show, you are going to get dragged. Why are you going on this man's show? So, in my opinion, a lot of these women who know who Kevin Samuels is and knows what he does on his show, in my opinion, a lot of them seem to be treating his show as if it's a rite of passage. What they'll do is they'll take their hits, they'll go on his show just to say they've been on his show, they'll get themselves dragged, then they'll take the video clips and they'll add it to their own blog or vlog so that they can clout chase. Me personally, I've never been with clout chasing, but I wanted to talk about this specifically because, not because it's top news, but because I had my own feelings on it. So I don't really consider it clout chasing, but these women specifically go on there because when they go on to his show and they have their face on that channel, it allows them to use that video footage for their own purposes to build up their otherwise unwatched, uncared about, useless vlogs on YouTube that nobody cares about. So, in my opinion, yeah, that's straight up clout chasing. But here's the new clout chasing. And I thought Kevin Samuels would have hit 1 million subscribers by now. His channel has grown pretty much faster than any channel I've seen. But it's because the battle, the war against liberal feminism is only just getting started. And that's not to say that men didn't realize this was coming. Eddie Murphy, which if you haven't seen it, what you need to do, oh shit. Oh, I'm sorry. What you need to do is you need to go on YouTube and you need to watch Eddie Murphy's Delirious, Eddie Murphy Raw, and Eddie Murphy Delirious. If you watch those 2 episodes, which are pretty much easy to watch on YouTube, you can watch snippets. If you watch Eddie Murphy Raw and Eddie Murphy Delirious, you can clearly see that Eddie Murphy, even 30 years ago, in his skit about marriage, he knew that what we're facing right now with liberal feminism destroying these women's psychological states. He mentioned that women were going into school and they were doing yoga and stuff and that they'll knock you out and this, that, and other. He knew back then what was coming. He knew before I was born what was coming. And it's been a gradual decline in America. Marriage has declined. Childbirth has declined. Divorces have increased. Those are facts. Those are things people don't want to talk about. Those are facts. And the simple fact of the matter is, we're now living in a hellhole. I'm just going to call America exactly what it is. Right now, it's a hellhole. In fact, I actually like watching on these channels. Like when you watch channels like, Thailand Red. And Thailand Red, he makes a bunch of videos specifically where he's just showing foreign men coming to Thailand and meeting women. Now, the interesting thing about it is, when I look at these men meeting these women, they all look happy. And here in America, one of the things I'm not used to seeing is men being happy. I'm not used to seeing it. Like, look at this Doogie Howser MD looking dude right here. Now, yeah, he's a nerd, but guess what? He's got a pretty girl next to him. And the thing about it is, men are quickly finding out that if they marry an American woman, chances are they're going to end up divorced. They're going to end up paying child support. She's going to end up snatching those kids and taking them because the divorce courts overwhelmingly favor the woman as the primary caregiver. When I see these videos and I'm looking at all these men that a lot of these video makers, when I see them, they look so happy. Like, I'm not used to seeing men happy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. Wait, where's that guy? Where's that guy? Yeah, look at this guy smiling and shit. I'm used to seeing men angry. Look at that. Look at that shit. I'm used to seeing men angry. I'm used to seeing men with one hand on their wallet, one hand on their gun because they're afraid they're going to be robbed. I'm used to seeing men upset. I'm used to seeing men like just angry. And the thing about it is, I don't see that elsewhere. When I go outside this country, every time I escape from America, I feel as if I've been cleansed. I feel as if I'm doing better. I feel happy. Just happy. And that's the thing that we don't get here. So, that said, on Kevin Samuels is basically being doxxed. They're basically saying that Kevin Samuels is gay. Well, what are we gonna say about that? What is this? What is this called? Media Takeout, right? They call it the most visited African American news network. You already know that's not true. The most visited African American news network is World Star Hip Hop. But anyway, A lot of booty shaking right here. See, this is what they think of us right here. It's nothing but booty shaking. Like me personally, it's like this is a lot of booty shaking right here. I'm up here trying to get to the important stories and everything, and there's all this booty just shaking, and it's quaking, and all this. It's just, what is this? You both scream Nicki Minaj lyric. What the hell are we talking about here? Okay, bottom line is this. The story is, old pics suggest relationship expert Kevin Samuels may be gay. Now, I'll tell you like this. First of all, why is this still on? All right, so anyway, I'll tell you like this. First of all, this is a warning pretty much to anybody who's a YouTuber or wants to be a YouTuber. If you're a YouTuber and you make the mistake of growing and make the mistake of being a big YouTuber, chances are you're going to get doxxed. What do I mean? Well, we all know that there's people who, if you're famous, you're going to, YouTube is creating celebrities. A lot of people know who you are. I mean, if you've got 1 million subscribers, right now Kevin Samuels has 798 or something thousand subs. I believe before the summer starts, or possibly before the summer even gets to the middle, I think he's going to have 1 million subscribers. Bottom line is, he's got a lot of haters out there. Not only does he have all of the women that he's dragged and roasted on his show, on top of that, he's got their male sons, he's got their daughters, he's got their baby daddies. A lot of people don't like Kevin Samuels. So let's just call it what it is. What he does is controversial. What he says is controversial, albeit right and true and factual. What he says are things that are directly attacking liberal feminism. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Kevin Samuels and his message is at war with liberal feminism. What do I mean when I say war? Well, a lot of people don't understand that the word war, or WAR, war, stands for we are right. So in this case, this war is between war. Where is it? We are right. War. A lot of people don't understand that. It's a very simple concept. A lot of people don't understand that. War stands for we are right. When America went to war with Germany, we are right. So as long as we got more bombs and missiles than you do, we are right. When America went to war with Afghanistan, as long as those poor brown people were on their camels and they couldn't stop an A-10 Thunderbolt from strafing them with armor-piercing incendiary bullets, we are right. When we went to war with, who else did we go to war with? When we went to war with, who else we go to war with? Anybody we go to war with, the bottom line is we are right. Now, sometimes you lose. Sometimes the other guy's right, and he's at war with you, and he's right because he can fight you in a way that you can't fight back. For example, China. Right now, we are in an economic warfare with China. China is going to end up bankrupting us without firing a single bullet. It is kind of like what America did to the Soviet Union. We bankrupted the Soviet Union, and we didn't ever have to fight the Soviet Union directly. What we did was we fought a number of proxy wars against Soviet satellite states. But the bottom line is we were at war with Russia then and the Soviet Union. We're at war with Russia now economically, and we're at war with China right now. The only difference between then and now is that right now they're winning. And you know how you know China's winning? When you walk into a Walmart, that's the war right there. As soon as you walk into a Walmart, televisions that are 80 inches are $600. That's how you know you're at war. The mere fact that your stores around your house are being shuttered. The mere fact that when you go into your neighborhood, your Toys R Us is closed down because people couldn't afford to shop there. The mere fact that Amazon is now importing so much shit from China to give to you. That lets you know right there you're in an economic war. And guess what? Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, didn't understand what I understood. He thought that he could win that war. Guess what, buddy? No, you couldn't. You lost. You lost to China. You lost to globalism itself. The future of globalism, you couldn't beat it. But not to get too far off of the subject, because I have so much. I could go on about this for days, forget hours. I could have a YouTube stream. I could talk about this for days. All I need is some Red Bull. But anyway, bottom line is, Kevin Samuels got doxxed. If you have people who live around you who know where you live, like for instance, let's say you're one of these popular YouTubers who has a lot of cars, and you're a popular YouTuber who buys lots of new cars, and you park your cars around the neighborhood, and people see how much you've got, chances are there's somebody hating on you, waiting for the FBI and the IRS to come in and seize your cars and your assets. I'm not naming no names. Chances are, if you're a YouTuber and you travel all over the world meeting beautiful women, and you meet beautiful women, and you date them, and you have fun with them and everything, and you have dating videos, and your dating videos talk about dating a lot. Chances are there's people out there who are trying to dox you. Chances are there's somebody out there trying to dox you and expose you and claim that you're a fake and you're a rapist and you're an AIDS patient and all this. Chances are, just because you like to travel, somebody's hating on you and trying to dox you. I'm not going to name no names. So all I'm saying is, you got to be careful, YouTubers, because you can't. If you buy a beautiful new Lamborghini and you park that shit outside the front of your house, all your neighbors, you best believe they watching you. And not only are they watching you, they know you had to have gotten that money from somewhere. So chances are you're going to get exposed, and they're going to give out your phone number, your address, because keep in mind, they know where you live. They know your phone number. They know what you do for a living. They know everything about you. They're watching your house. If you got girlfriends, you know how most guys get caught cheating? Somebody tells on them. It's like, you can't hide that. It's like if you dating one chick, everybody knows you're dating one chick, and then you try to take another chick out, somebody's gonna tell on you. This country is fascism redefined. Fascism supposedly is the tyranny of the majority controlling the minority. They say communism is when the weak control the strong, and fascism is when the strong control the weak. Well, we have a society now that has cancel culture, and these losers on the internet with their little silly Facebooks and their little silly Instagrams and their little silly Twitters and their little silly YouTubes, they think that they can just attack people, and if they even hear a rumor, they think that they can just get you canceled. So right now, Kevin Samuels is facing this growing lie, or maybe it's true. I don't know. I wasn't there. But it's a growing rumor that he may be gay. Now, me personally, I don't care. If I found out right now that he's gay, I don't care. If he comes out and makes a video and he says, yes, guess what, everybody, I'm gay. I don't care. You know why? Because it's not me being gay with him, number one. He has a right to do whatever he wants, and it's not going to stop me from listening to his show. I love the guy's show. He's hilarious. The guy is hilarious, and his show is fun, and I like the style that he has. I like the way he wears suits. I like the way he does this cologne and stuff. I've never smelled it. I like the way he does all of his setups for his YouTube, like the lights and camera and action and everything, the songs and everything. Let me tell you something. If I found out right now that Kevin Samuels was gay, it's not going to change nothing. I'm going to keep being a Kevin Samuels subscriber. I'm going to keep being a Kevin Samuels supporter. I don't care. But let me tell you who can't wait to get on YouTube and be with the I told you so. You want to know who? Want to know who's doing that? All the women who he burned. Like, for instance, the woman's fear. You could see just by the look, the expression on her face, she's just waiting to get online later. She got 435. Let's analyze that channel. First of all, she hides her subscribers, probably a smart move. She's got less than 1 million views. She's got, what is it? How many subs? Oh yeah, well, she hides that. But anyway, I know she's gonna be online later. Yeah, I told you so. He gay. Why were y'all even listening to him? She's got a bunch of. I listen to her. Even when I hear somebody who's saying things that I think are contrary to my own beliefs, I'll listen to them. I listen to her show. And I know she's waiting to get on there later. Oh yeah, I told you so. You up there letting him attack black women and you letting him belittle black women. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. 3 weeks ago, look at that video right there. I'm not going to play a video. She's like, oh yeah, because I'll go online and I'll tell YouTube to erase your channel. Look at that expression. You see that? Ain't happy because that's how the women look. And then the women turn around and they're quick to want to blame the men for the men being unhappy. And my thing is, wait a minute. If y'all are divorcing, and Kevin Samuels brings it up every single time, if you're the ones breaking the homes and you're divorcing these men and you're taking their children away and you're making them pay child support for children they ain't even seen. I got a family member right now who hasn't seen 2 of his kids in like 6 years and is still paying child support. And my thing is, that should be a crime. That should be a fucking crime. And that's the reason why every now and then one of these guys goes absolutely postal and he pulls out that AK pistol and he goes postal, and then all of a sudden it's a tragedy on the news. And you're like, wait a minute, what would have driven somebody to do that to his wife? Well, that's what does it. The mere fact that not only does he have kids out there that he can't even see and be around because the chick took him and left and got with some other man, but at a certain point, men lose their mind. And that's the thing. Men are built for violence and war. That's what men are for. Don't try to take it out of us. Men are evolved for violence and warfare. Yes, some of us die. Some of us will die. Some of us always die. But men are evolved for violence and warfare. And you wonder why it is that there's toxic masculinity? You wonder why? Men are evolved for this shit. You wonder why Mike Tyson would have a problem with women? The man literally stands in a ring and beats the shit out of other men as a job. And you're wondering why toxic masculinity exists? You got men who are football players, basketball players, and the most extreme contact sports there are, MMA and all that stuff, and you wonder why toxic masculinity exists? Of course it exists. We're evolved for it. But y'all don't believe in evolution because half you idiots didn't even pass a goddamn biology class. So you wouldn't know. But bottom line is, I keep digressing. I swear to God, I could do this for days. Some people keep saying I should have a podcast. Man, who knows? It's like I could do this shit for days. But anyway. So they got his photos and they got some video right here. And they got some videos just to show you who he is. And then they show this right here. Now, here's the thing. Kevin Samuels, in the beginning videos they say his name is Kevin or Sean Samuels, open parenthesis, Fred. I guess his name is Fred. I don't know. Is a Pisces who describes himself as unique. Kevin enjoys dancing, clothes, and meeting people. He is member of the band, student council, stage band, MHS Dancers, Pep Club, and the Bronze Gents. Kevin plans to attend OU and major in biomed. So here's the thing. First of all, Kevin Samuels is much older than I am. He existed in a time where the men did dress just like this. The men dress like this. Okay, fine. Whatever. I don't care. But here's how I judge popularity. Here's how I judge success. When I look at your YouTube, I go 2 places. Number 1, I look to see how many subscribers you got. That's number 1, 796,000. The next thing I do is I look to see how many views you got, 107,000. There's a lot of people who have 6 times as many subs as me, but they don't even have half as many views as I do. The views is where I make my money. And not only that, I have subscribers, mostly Chinese subscribers, who donate products to my show, and I put videos up. In fact, I got another thing coming from Peztio. They gave me, what was it called? They gave me a car cell phone holder that they wanted me to make a review of. And when they give me these products, I have collected over $5,000 of products just to put on my channel. And you can see the videos that I have. They're all there. And usually it's electronic stuff like cell phone parts, and sometimes it's like, tires and stuff in my car because they want you to talk about it. Bottom line is, this is how I judge your success on YouTube. And that's the reason why most people hide their subscribers. Once they get a certain number of subscribers, they'll unhide it. Some people have over 100,000 subscribers and they don't want you to know how many they have because they're probably in competition with somebody who has 250,000. I have over 70,000. I'm very thankful that I have that many. I have over 70,000. Eventually, I'll keep growing. I think what would help me grow most is when I buy new cars, but I'm waiting for the next big thing to come out. One of the cars I bought, I did videos that went viral. Kevin Samuels, this guy, every single night has 20 to 30,000 people in his chat room. 20 to 30,000 people. The most I ever usually see is less than 1,000 people in the chat at one time. Not only on my channel, but on most people's channels. I ain't never seen 20 or 30,000 people watching simultaneously. Not unless you're watching network television. This man has a message. The liberal media, especially liberal feminist media, is trying to silence him. And the reason why is because his message is mostly that of a conservative black male. When they talk about the black manosphere, what they're talking about is basically black people able to talk without white voices corrupting or co-opting our message. That is what the black manosphere is. It's a bunch of black people with YouTubes and Twitters and Facebooks who are coordinating the ability to donate money to each other's channels and coordinating the building of each other's channels. Every now and then, their message goes viral because when they hit certain topics, specifically this one, their messages grow and grow and grow, and they become viral, and they go, and more people listen to them, and more people subscribe. Kevin Samuels, I would love to see the breakdown of his his demographics, because in most cases, when it comes to black media and black products, the majority supporter is usually white. When it comes to like Air Jordan sneakers, and when it comes to rap music, the majority of the people buying it aren't black. The majority of the people buying it are white. And in this case, I'd love to see his demographics because I'm pretty sure the majority of people who listen to him might not even be black. I'm pretty sure a large number of people listen to him are white, and it probably surpasses 50%. Bottom line is that, and you think about it, it's the black women who are pissed off by his message. So why would they themselves support him? Most of them are not supporting him. I really would love to see his demographic breakdown. YouTube does that. They have a demographic breakdown. I already know my biggest demographic is United States, Canada, and I got Russia, and I'm growing in China a little bit. But once again, here they are. They got photos of the man. They doxed him because here's the problem. All of us have a paper trail. You got your yearbook photos. You got your elementary school photos. If I were to get doxed, people would find out about all the bad shit that I did when I was in middle school and all the bad shit. Well, I didn't really do much bad in high school because in high school I was working. It was like, while everybody else was just going home and chilling, I was working across the street at a mobile mart making $7.25 an hour. Guess what? Now I'm into stocks. I got some crypto. I'm into housing, real estate. I got 2 houses. I got a motherfucking 850 credit score, and I'm making over $100 an hour. I got pension. I got health care. How many of y'all got that health care? Health care. If I want to go to the dentist tonight, Cigna is holding me down. Some of y'all got it, some of y'all don't. And I'm not bragging about it. I'm just saying. Some people would probably dox my ass. They'd be like, oh yeah, well, he wasn't shit when he was in high school. I don't give a fuck. Guess what? Yeah, you might have photos of me in my Mobile Mart uniform. I hope to God not. You might even have photos of me in my Best Buy uniform from the 2000s or my Circuit City uniform. I hope you don't, but if I ever got doxed like that, okay, fine, whatever. Kevin Samuels has grown so big that he ain't got to worry. Whoa, what the hell is Bill Maher doing? Whoa, the wife. I didn't know Bill Maher. Bill Maher ain't got no wife. He's not married. Who the hell is that? Anyway. So as I was saying, he also added that he enjoys dancing. See, you know what? This right here is the real clout chasing. It's when these losers have to bring up something like this. And, like, here's the thing. It's like they are desperate to find videos or photos of him with men because that's going to be... See, this is what it does. It allows you to get rid of his messages. It allows you, by trying to paint him as gay, it allows you to try to tear down his image and tear down his message. He dresses well. I'm pretty sure he smells good because he's always talking about Tom Ford cologne. I don't even think I smelled that shit. But the bottom line is they want to tear this man down. But guess what, morons? If you do tear him down, What do you think's going to happen? Do you think that black men on the internet are just going to stop talking about how upset and dismayed they are? Of course not. If you make a martyr out of Kevin Samuels, you're going to have black men and white men, because there's a white guy named Better Bachelor, what is this? I watched this guy too, and this is a white man who's talking about how bad white women are now, because he's not really dating black women. He's talking about white women, and he's talking about the what is it called, the fake plastic surgeries, and he's talking. Yeah, I watch his show. He's a great guy named Joker, and you think that if you tear down Kevin Samuels, you think that there aren't going to be more people that rise up to fill that void? Space abhors a vacuum. If you go into space, space is not a vacuum. There are particles in space that are so small you can't see them, but they're evenly spaced. There is no such thing as a perfect vacuum, simply because matter is evenly spaced across the universe. Space abhors a vacuum. That means that space will not tolerate a vacuum. If you tear this man down, we will come back at you with all of the undisciplined, poor imaged guys who are dismayed and angry, and just like this guy. This guy, look, Kevin Samuels got, what is it, 700 and something thousand subscribers. This guy's got 323, and he's growing. He's growing. So the thing about it is, you can't stop these people. You can't stop these people. Men in general, even younger men than me, are going to come out and they're going to tell their truths whether you like it or not. And this liberal feminist madness that we currently have trying to run this country and failing at it. All you've done is grow the welfare state. That's all you've done. Trump was passing out welfare checks the same as Biden was. So don't try to say, oh yeah, well, it's Biden's fault. No. Trump was passing out welfare checks too. Nancy Pelosi was right behind him passing out them welfare checks. They can come up with a million excuses of why you need one. I'm not going to call them stimulus checks. I just don't say that. No, you passing out welfare checks. That's what you're doing. You've grown the welfare state. You're trying to figure out ways to sink that inflation into markets. You're trying to figure out ways to hide the inflation. But rest assured, if you want to tear this guy down, all we're going to do is we're going to throw another one at you. That's all. Now, the next one might be a little bit worried about his image because he might be doxxed too. But bottom line is, we're going to throw another one at you. And guess what, liberal feminists? We're going to keep throwing them at you. First of all, the message is clear. Women control access to sex. Men control access to marriage. You cannot force me to get on my knees and put a ring on your finger. And if you say no to me, chances are there's 100,000 Umfufus in Africa. There's 100,000 Maritsols in Guatemala. There's 100,000, what's a good name? There's 100,000 Asian girls named Su Young. And that's Korean. That's a Korean name. But there's 100,000 Su Youngs. There's probably millions of Mei Lings who, when we want to put that ring on their finger, they'll say yes. This man has done his best to drag you and roast you, publicly humiliate you in order to teach younger women what they need to do in order to be potential wives. Unfortunately, I've always likened Kevin Samuels to an air traffic controller who is trying to give instructions to a pilot after the plane has already crashed. What we really need is fathers in these homes to give these instructions before their little daughters, their planes, take off. Because once those planes take off, God knows what's going to happen. But the thing about it is we need somebody giving them instructions before the plane takes off. I need my in-flight meal before the plane takes off. I need my in-flight meal. Where's my in-flight sandwiches? I need my in-flight meal. And if you want to tear this man down, we're going to throw thousands of them at you. We're going to throw millions of them at you. We're going to throw so many of these guys at you. We're going to throw so many Kevin Samuels replacements at you. You're going to be hard at work doxing them. You're going to be like, oh yeah, well Ray Ray over here has a jail record. Pookie over here, he used to touch girls in the 3rd grade. Yeah, we're going to throw them at you. We're going to keep throwing them at you. We're going to throw billions of them, billions, trillions of them at you. We're gonna throw trillions of them at you, and they will never stop. They won't stop coming. They'll keep coming, and we will throw them. We'll keep throwing them at you. You'll be doxing all day long. It's not gonna matter. So how about them apples? What are you gonna do about that?
That's some bullshit.
To be continued.